And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Birdie. And we've got... Up first we have Zaddy. Give me just a moment here. I think I'm like a minute early, which is totally fine. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so up first we have Zaddy. We're going to open it up with a quick little grounding prayer. And yeah. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. And so it is. All right. Welcome in, welcome in. Kendra, hey girl, how are you? How are you doing, honey? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Up first we have Zaddy. You can post whenever you get here. And we're just getting started. Thank you so much. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing good. I will add you to the list, my friend. All right, we got Zaddy up first, and then we got the lovely Kendra. Eva, thank you. Eva, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh my God, my phone is talking to text. All right. All right. Zaddy, are you here? If not, I'm going to get kicked off with Kendra. Zaddy. Love your screen name, by the way. We'll give them 1 minute, and then if not, I'm gonna surprise Kendra. Guess what? Kendra, I brought it back out. Your favorite deck. All right. Zaddy, let us know if you're here. If not, Kendra, go ahead and post your question. Oh, you're here. Go ahead. Zaddy, go ahead and post. All right. Zaddy is up first. Welcome in. No worries. Hiya, how are you doing? Welcome. Love your screen name, by the way. Yeah. Libra's feelings towards you. Let's take a look. All right, Spirit. I'm going to try to tap into their energy. Give me one moment. I feel like they have nice hair. Libra. What are the Libra's feelings towards Zaddy? I want to cut the deck here. What are the Libra's feelings? Libra's feelings toward Zaddy. Libra's feelings towards Zaddy. Wow. Okay. So I do feel like this person is all over the place and definitely a little bit intense when in the love department, even though they're a Libra, which is kind of funny. We have 6 of Cups. I don't know if they don't have a lot of experience when it comes to relationships, but I feel like this person is... I know that I'm going to answer your question, but I just need to get through the information that I'm getting. I feel like this person is like easily overstimulated, and it's like one day it's like, oh my God, I love you. And I'm not saying that they're there and they're saying those words, but it's like one day we're communicating a ton and I'm showering you with affection, and then the next day, like, something weird happens and you don't hear from them, and then they do something and you may like question their behavior, or maybe they don't have a ton of experience in relationships. We have 5 of Cups and we have the Death card. My question for you is, do you know this person for all seasons? And is this someone that you want to spend more time with? What are their feelings towards you? I think that they think that you are fun and interesting and they like you, but I also feel like there's a song by Hosier, which I love, and it says, I fall in love just a little more every day with someone new. And I almost feel like this Libra kind of goes to the next shiny new thing. So again, Zaddy, I don't know, I love calling you Zaddy. I don't know the extent of the connection, but I would, before you like pour your feelings into this, I would see if the Libra commits to you. What are their feelings towards you? I think they're attracted to you. I think that when you have I think there's moments where you have this person's undivided attention, and I think that there's moments where you don't. So it's kind of a hot and cold, and you need something that is very, well, depends on what you're looking for, I guess. But I feel like what you're wanting is something that feels stable and secure, and I don't see that here. I have the Tower, I have the 9 of Swords, I have the Devil, I have the 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and Death. And we start with the 10 of Cups. So this could have been something that started off very hot and heavy, very lovey-dovey, and then kind of pivots and transforms quickly, where there's emotion and confusion, and I don't really know where to go from here. So I think that they're interested in you, but I also feel like this person is really hard to pin down. And until they're like trying to like be with you and make a commitment, I wouldn't get too invested in this person. We have 7 of Swords. I also feel like this person can be a bit of a flirt. Maybe they are talking to multiple people, and maybe not telling you the whole truth at times. Entertainment purposes only. I could be totally off here. But yeah, there it is. Yeah. The Magician, when I see the Magician with the 7 of Swords and Devil, I feel that like this is trickster energy for me. And this isn't someone that I would necessarily wholeheartedly trust. So I would take your time. You said, I talked to him off and on for past few years. Yeah. I don't know that this is the most trustworthy person. I feel like they're a little bit of a player and they talk to multiple women. Libra men, unfortunately, no shade. Libra men can have a tendency to do that. Because they are Venus, they are big flirts, and they can kind of, they know what to say, you know, in that air sign kind of way. But there is a compatibility there, you know, that you got that Aquarius and your energy going on. Libra and Aquarius is a great match, but I don't know that I'm definitely not getting that he's feeling like he wants to make any kind of serious commitments. I'm also feeling like he's a bit immature. I think he plays around more than he actually is in real relationships. Okay. Spirit, show me what else is here. So I think he does care for you and like think of you in a positive way, or thinks that like maybe you guys could like hook up or something. But I'm not seeing like a huge commitment here, and you may decide that you're kind of over, especially if you realize like he's playing games or it's hot and cold, you might decide to kind of walk away from this. Spirit, any last advice for Zaddy here? Let's see. Moon and Capricorn in the first house. Guard your emotions and think of this. Especially, you said that's where I'm at right now, I'm walking away. If you feel like you could get your heart broken here, make sure that you are treating this like, if you're not investing in me, I'm not going to invest in this thing. Kind of treat it like a business transaction. Protect your mental health, protect your heart here with Capricorn, Moon and Capricorn in the first house. This is very like self-protection, business transaction type of energy here. Like if this isn't realistic or it's not clear and concise, then it's probably not real. And with that 7 of Swords, just you know, so a little bit of caution for you. He's definitely done a lot of breaking my heart. Yeah, well, don't give him any more. Don't give him any more to break. And I think that's what, you know, this business transaction is. It's like, has he given you anything in return? I feel like he's a little bit of a shyster there with that 7 of Swords and Magician. So I'm going to leave that with you. You said, I agree. I'm going to leave that. This really took a turn. When I pulled the 10 of Cups, I was like, whoa. But then we have the Tower. So this could have been like a back and forth, on and off type of thing. And he might keep you on the line to, you know, maybe have a physical connection or hook up now and again. But, you know, that's where his head is at. So, Zaddy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All right, up next we have Kendra. Kendra, go right ahead, honey. Go right ahead, honey. I can see that. All right. Welcome in, guys. Make sure you like this stream. You want a general reading. Love it. So we have Kendra, and then Eva is on deck. Kendra and Eva. So I moved in, I'm settled, my office is set up, and working on being more consistent with reading. So thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Oops. Well, that didn't. This deck, you know how I've had issues with this deck. But no, she's good. All right, deck, we gotta work together here. All right. Kendra would like a general reading. I'm gonna sit in meditation for a second here and see what I pick up for you. They're highlighting your crown chakra, and they're also taking me to your throat chakra, which is interesting. Let's start with the crown. So I don't know if you do like physical, tangible rituals, or if you like pray or do something, but I feel like having even just like a little, even if you have like a little oracle deck, like doing a daily pull or a daily mantra or a daily prayer, I feel like will be very grounding for you, and get you in, if you're not already doing that, because I feel like there's a hunger for spirituality, and I feel like it's something that you will be able to satisfy for yourself this year, if that makes sense. The other thing that I'm seeing is your throat chakra, and it's almost like they're showing me, this is funny, and I'm so glad I'm not feeling this physically. Thank you, Spirit. We've come so far. They're showing me you like sitting, and you're kind of like, you're trying to talk or have a conversation, but you're like grabbing your chest, or you're coughing, or you're like grabbing your throat, like you want to say something, but you just can't get it out. And maybe you don't know how to say something. And I feel like that's not like you. I pray and love that. I love, love, love that. I feel like that's not like you. I feel like you're one to kind of speak up. So maybe there's something going on. I'm also feeling really drawn to this trollite, which is a stone that you might want to look up. We can look up the meaning later if we have a moment. But I feel like that would be a really good stone for you right now. It's called trollite. General reading for Kendra's spirit. What does Kendra need to know right now? Okay. So we have the world and the moon here. What Roman numeral is this? Hold on. Give me 1 second here. I need to look up. Good Lord. I promise I have a master's degree. I just can't read Roman numerals. Four and 5 of wands. Oh my God. Magician. 10 of cups. Wow. So this looks like what I'm seeing here is working through fear and finding happiness and achieving a goal even through fear. It's almost like, and this could be something that is yet still to like come to pass for you, Kendra. So if you feel like I don't know what you're talking about right now, but it's like I'm seeing you in a situation, and it's like you want to speak your mind, but you're not hesitating. It's almost like you're like coughing or something. And with the world and the moon, these could even be like subconscious fears or things that maybe there's some type of emotion that you haven't expressed that you're trying to keep at bay or keep it down. And Spirit is like, subconsciously, if the worst thing happens to you, you are just going to grow through it and work through it. And I feel like some of these things have already happened where you have experienced some hardship or you have gone through some type of deep fear, and Spirit is saying that this door is closing. I love this World card. It's so interesting. It's the looking glass, but it also kind of looks like a door frame. And it's almost, Spirit is saying like we are closing this chapter where you had to struggle, where you were trying to build a foundation and there was a lot of fear involved, and then the rug got pulled out from underneath you. Page of Cups, Magician, and 10 of Cups. You're starting over with fresh eyes, and you have your energy back and your happiness back. And if you feel like you don't have that back, I feel like you will soon. And the stronger you feel, I feel like the closer you are to, there's some type of manifestation that's coming through, and I feel like things for you are going to level out and life is going to even out for you this year. I know I don't have justice here, but I'm feeling like something was ripped away that was not built on a solid foundation. Four of Wands and the Tower. Something where you felt like you were fighting and clawing. That chapter is closing for you, and that could have been a very fearful chapter. And now it's almost like you've spiritually digested all of this. And maybe energetically what I'm seeing you kind of choking, it's like you're trying to maybe keep some of these fears at bay, and Spirit is saying like this chapter is closing and you're moving forward with fresh eyes, new ideas, new energy, happiness. And I'm also seeing you feeling like there's something about I'm moving out of LA, yeah. And so so the Four of Wands is, for me, also represents home. The other thing that I want to say here is I think that your perception of competition maybe that you have had needs to be reframed in your mind. Because I feel like there's enough to go around for everybody. And yes, there are things that happen in life that are completely unfair, right? Like we see it in the job place, we see it at school, we see it, everywhere, right? Where things are unfair. But I feel like what is meant for you, it's kind of like following the yellow brick road here. I don't want to be like cliche and silly here, but it's like when you are on the right path for Kendra, it's almost like there isn't going to be any roadblocks. So when you move out, it also could be trying to like choke down some type of emotion or fear, even on a subconscious level. I'm just trying to, understand what that's all about. But I feel like I'm getting my happiness back, a new chapter. So notice when you are going through this new moving process, okay? Notice what doors open easily for you and what is kind of showing some hesitation. Because I feel like if there are things that are like serendipitous coming into your life, I feel like those things are meant for you. And that's where the real magic is in life, because you're going where you are feeling led, because that's your yellow brick road. Spirit's bringing you where you need to go. I'm feeling like, ooh, wow, we have the Empress at the top of the deck. I'm feeling like your intuition is bang on right now. Ace of Wands, I think you're on the right track, and I think this move's going to be really good. Taking action on this new journey for yourself. I think this is really good for you. Spirit, show me. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, Spirit, show me what is going on. We have commitment. Maybe you had to sign some type of contract with them. We have beauty. There's justice. Things are evening out for you, and Spirit is giving you Spirit is giving you things that are owed to you. And it's not like the world owes you anything, but I'm feeling like Spirit is bringing you into alignment with what is meant for you. And I would also look at, even if you experienced hardship, I would still, you moving there was not a mistake. I feel like it was a beautiful experience that opened you up to the world. And I don't think it was a mistake. And not to say that and if you ever decide to move somewhere, the world owes me everything, right? And if you end up deciding to move again, right, somewhere, it's like you kind of have the mindset around that whole process. But follow the yellow brick road. This is so interesting. Don't be afraid of... I want to highlight this moon here, though. Don't be afraid to go back. Yeah, you would not have had these experiences if you had not gone there. Luck is on your side. A time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out and a time for healing. I think there's going to be a lot of healing once you get back to your roots. You said go back. No, not go back there, but like what I mean is, let's say you move home and you decide that you want to move again to go to a different city, for example. Like you have an understanding of what all of that looks like. Or maybe you decide that moving back to where you originally were is like the place for you, which is totally great, which is totally fine. But no, I don't necessarily see you going back there. But I think it was a very good experience for you. Yeah. I love that. Let's do the Astro Dice. And then Eva, you are up next. You can go ahead and post. We're going to wrap up Kendra's reading. What advice do we have for Kendra? Yeah, there's something about the 12th house here. Maybe, okay. I'm trying to understand what they were showing me where you were like coughing and grabbing. It's almost like you're trying to keep something down. So you may have some really interesting dreams this week. I have Mars and Sag in the 12th house. You are someone who is a mover and a shaker. And don't let yourself feel shame about this. And it's not that it didn't work out for you. It's like it just wasn't the right thing for you. It wasn't the right thing. It wasn't the right time. I'm seeing it as you trying to like hold something down, like fear or shame or something here in regard to the 12th house, because the 12th house is where things are hidden. So I think some of this could come up subconsciously in dreams. I think that's what the moon and the fear stuff and this 12th house energy is trying to tell me. And Sagittarius is very much about the big picture. So, and I think part of your Mars, Sag in the 12th house, this could be, okay, good. This could be like existential too, like Sagittarius is big picture, and it can be very overwhelming where it's like, oh my God, I need to solve my whole life in one day, and oh my God, like this whole thing, and how can I get through this? And it's like, you got to break it up piece by piece. You know what I mean? You attack it, one brick by brick, one thing at a time. Breaking down the big picture. And sometimes you know, if you are dealing with stuff like that or anxiety, grounding yourself in the moment and just living day by day, moment by moment can be very helpful. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. I feel like it's good. I feel like going back to your roots is good. I think I went back home one time and had a good trip. Not good trip, but like, I was like, oh, I like it here. Or like this, because I love my people back home, but I'm like, I know I can't go back there. All right. You are so welcome, Kendra. Okay, up next, we have Eva. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Up next, I have Eva for 2. All right, girly. Okay, Eva says. All right, Spirit, let's get into Eva's energy. Eva says, I had a chat with one of my bosses, Steve, about changing my work hours. And same answer. Can I ask how he is thinking or perceiving our conversation? I used to have a crush on him. That ship has sailed, especially he's such a coward. Same answer as for my other bosses. Interesting. Okay, got it. Yes. I remember chatting about them. All right, Spirit, show me Steve. How is Steve thinking and perceiving the conversation? Spineless. Eva, you're hilarious. Spirit, show me, how is Steve thinking and perceiving the conversation? You know what I don't like? Are you significantly younger than all of these people? Or do you look younger? Because I feel like they kind of treat you like a little girl, and I don't like that. Especially if they're of a different generation. Here's what I'm saying. Yes, you said, yep. Okay, so here's part of what's happening. Is they see you coming in here because, and I'm not trying to make generalities and blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying, look at this 10 of Wands, okay? And this is real. I'm feeling this from Steve very strongly, okay? You said, yep, I hate it. And I look very young too. Bingo. See this 10 of Wands? I also kind of, well, different situation, but I also looked extremely young, especially when I was in my 20s. And I was always, in corporate settings, blah, 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 blah. And even though I'm sitting at these, these bigwig meetings, sitting, at these tables with all of these people, blah, 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 I was still sometimes... I think because they perceived what they thought my age was or whatever. Here, so sorry, I understand what you're feeling right now. But I want to refocus on Steve, sorry, Eva. So with this 10 of Wands, Steve is like, I have had to pay my dues. I may be a spineless POS. Thanks, Kendra. I may be a spineless POS, right? But... he's saying, Eva needs to pay her dues. See this? 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. You can't just waltz in here and ask for what you want, Magician, 2 of Wands. You can't just come in here, and I'm just saying this is how, I'm speaking as him, like this is how he's perceiving this. And he's not going to outright come out and say this to you, but he may have a really weird smile when he says some of these things to you. Well, this is just the way it is, and blah, 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 blah. These people are of a different generation, and they're not used to, whether you're Gen Z, millennial, whatever you are, they're not used to having younger people like question things. And so, of course, that's why his spineless answer is, well, this is the way it is because this is the way we've always done it. Why should Eva come in here and not pay Eva's dues here? 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, you need to earn your keep and you need to pay your dues here. Hanged Man, they want to keep you exactly where you are right now. And I don't know what the outcome of that conversation was, but that's what I'm seeing. You may decide to walk away. 8 of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah, we have the Emperor here. So he's, you know what? I think that he wants people to feel, you see right through him that he's spineless, but I think the culture of where you're working, I don't know if it's like a family company or the people they all kind of know each other pretty well at this point. Yeah, we have Wheel of Fortune here at the bottom of the deck. I don't really see him doing a whole lot for you. I don't see him doing a whole lot. Let me see what else I have. Let me see what other advice I have for Eva. It's a university. Yeah. Institutions, I worked in education, Faculty of Science. Steve is the vice dean. So I worked in education as well, briefly. And institutions, especially like where you're at, they don't change very quickly. You said I'm ready to go. I think that might be your best bet. Spirit, what else do we have for Eva here? The 8 of Cups. It's like, here's the job. This is what it is. If you don't like it, you can walk because we can hire, another number off of LinkedIn or whatever, right? They are not willing to morph or change or get up to speed, which is so funny because the university or the college, wherever this place is that you work at, or the university, they could be like, oh, we're so progressive and we're doing this and we're doing that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I can't even work normal hours, or I can't even change my hours. Like, what the hell? We have synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So I would keep your vibes high while you're job hunting. A lot of planets are direct right now, so things could start moving forward. There could be a few bites here with this Page of Cups. Pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Have you gone to your HR department? And is someone else doing what it is that you are asking for? Because if so, why are they treating someone else differently, but you're not allowed to be treated that way? So those are, I would say, if you've gone there, like maybe you can, I don't know if that would be helpful advice for you or not, but that could be something to consider. What other advice do we have for Eva? We have practice gratitude. See the bigger picture. And be proud of yourself. Don't, and I think that and this is Taurus energy, I think that we have Sag and Taurus energy here. I think it was good that you spoke up. I haven't gone to HR, I probably will, and the union. Yeah, especially if you're in a union, girl, yeah, HR, union, the whole thing. Be proud of yourself for speaking up. Don't let this get you down. Especially if there's some kind of like new policy or other people are doing what it is that you're asking for, like why are they holding you back from doing it? Again, I'm not sure exactly what the context is, but I'm just throwing that out there as an option. Let me roll the Astro dice and see what other information we have for Eva about Steve. Scumbag Steve. Be careful what you say to Steve, because he is spineless. And I feel like he could be gossipy and go back to other people and be like, Eva wants to do this, but Eva needs to pay her dues. Moon and Aries in the 3rd house. Communication. Scumbag Steve. I mean, for real. Yeah, be careful what you say moving forward. If he doesn't have any, authority over you or whatnot, I would just kind of ignore Steve. I think Steve's a gossip. Aries moon in the 3rd house. Blech. Let's go into your question number 2. And then I am going to fix our list. I mean, not ignore, but just if he doesn't have any weight in the situation, he's kind of a womp womp. I've applied to other jobs recently. Will I hear back from any of them? I love to do a career reading. Spirit, show me. Eva applied for other jobs. Will she hear back from any of them? 3 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Okay. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So we are in, hold on, give me a second here. So what are we in right now? Taurus season. I feel like Virgo season, you could start a new job. That may feel like it's too far away. That may feel like it sucks. I do think that there are going to be some bites. I think there is going to be some movement. You could even get an offer and decide that you're better off with what you have right now, or the pay isn't exactly what you want. But the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that you are slow and steadily moving towards another opportunity. People do want to hire you. You are hireable. This chapter will come to a close, but I'm feeling like Virgo season. So Virgo season is end of September. I feel like there's going to be some movement here. I know that feels like a long time away, but I feel like in the fall you're going to have a different schedule that's better for you, where there's potentially more money on the table in an industry or in a place where you can actually grow, and that you're not under somebody's thumb, where you're actually seen as a person, your own individual person, where you're not treated like a child. We have 2 of Cups. I feel like you definitely want to choose the right opportunity, and I feel like you will. Okay, but I am feeling like, I know that feels like a long time away, but if you think about it, we're almost, where are we? May, June, July, August. That's only like 4 months away. So, and it takes a long time to go through that process, but you may hear back from some of them, but I feel like either the circumstance or the schedule or the pay, it's like, you know, I don't know that you want to do it, but I think that you are going to manifest something really awesome that is, it feels like it's in alignment with you. It's as flexible as you're wanting it to be. It's a good fit. It feels right, and the people are respectful, and they're not going to like treat you like a baby because you look younger than you are. Let me see what else I have here. So, you know, in the current job market, I feel like 4 months is, I'm looking for more money and something closer to home. Yeah, I think that you will find that, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than you want. Knight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles talks about things moving slower than we want them to. Girl. Hey, it'll come in handy. It'll come in handy when you're my age, so depends on the day. I remember when I was going to my orthodontist, the girl was like, she looked at the chart and she couldn't believe how old I was. So, you know, eventually it'll we have hope. Don't lose your hope. We have love and we have fertility. Focus on abundance, focus on growth energy, growth mindset. We have Taurus, Libra, and Leo here, which is really interesting. Libra and Taurus are also ruled by Venus, which is all about love and money. So I do feel like there is going to be more abundance that comes in with this next job. So it's also, it's not about how fast it comes, it's about choosing the right thing. And if you have to grin and bear it for a few months, I think you'll be able to hang in there. What else do we have? We have love for you twice, girls. So I don't know what is going on here. Maybe you meet someone new at the new job, someone that you like might start dating or something like that. Or are you single right now? It's possible that you could, I have to say it because we have love here twice. Normally wouldn't talk about this in a career reading, but you could have love come in over the summer. I feel like before this job thing, you may have a little distraction that makes that 4 months fly by, if you know what I mean. We have renewal and we have purification. Beautiful energy here. Let me see what else we have. What other advice do we have for Eva about the job search? We have Leo in... Girl, Leo, Uranus in the 7th house. I feel like there's going to be an unexpected shakeup in your relationships on the way to finding this job. So there's something about Venus being activated. And it's funny because I was just talking about how, you know, Venus rules money and love. And I feel like the tides are turning for you when it comes to more money and having more love in your life. So you could meet someone this summer and have a new job by fall is what I'm feeling like for you. So you just got a twofer on this one, which is awesome. Or you could potentially meet someone at the job, but I almost feel like you're going to meet someone on the journey to finding this job. Not necessarily at work, but I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Eva, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, we have the lovely Kendra. I love using this for career readings. All right, Kendra. Kendra, we're going to use my favorite career reading for you. Give me 1 second. All right. Welcome in. Make sure you guys like and sub. Spirit, show me. We have a career reading for the lovely Kendra. All right, let's do it, girl. Thank you, Eva. Kendra, I feel like this year is kind of a whirlwind of transformation. Are you in a year, I want you to look up your personal year number, because mine is a 5 and I almost feel like you're a 5 like me. Or it's like everything's changing all at once, everywhere, all the time. Oh my God, what's going on? The 5 of Cups, I feel like you're entering something with a heavy heart. I do feel like, you said mine is 3. Okay. I do feel like you're kind of entering this thing with a heavy heart, but I feel like this job is going to be very grounding for you. You said you're starting a new job, right? I think this new job is going to be very grounding for you. I also see this being not a little bit, I do see this being hard work with 9 of Wands. There is some type of, you said yes, there is some type of learning curve here, Knight of Swords. I don't know if you need to go through some type of training or they're going to send you to a class to learn something before you get started, or if you're learning on the job, but there's definitely a learning curve. The Knight of Swords is moving very quickly, absorbing everything that he can, thinking on his feet. I will say, and this is just for entertainment purposes and your own back pocket, be careful. Training is hard, but the job itself isn't. Okay. Be careful what you share with other people, because I do feel like there are gossip and petty people around. However, if you kind of don't give anybody any ammunition or information about yourself, at least to start, right? So especially during like training and when you first get started, really just kind of focus on the job. And I do think like the first month your eyes are going to be a little glazed over, like, oh my God, this is so much information. But I do feel like it's something you're really going to enjoy and grow into. So yeah, so just know there's some people, we have, the devil present here, which isn't the end of the world. Also make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you're not chaining yourself to your job and your career as well. But this Ace of Cups this is a fresh time for renewal for you. 9 of Wands, it's like, I got my ass kicked, but I'm still going. So make sure you're drinking your water and you're getting your sleep. But I feel like this is going to be a good fresh start for you, but you're kind of entering this whole thing with a heavy heart. And I find it interesting that we have the 4 of Wands again for you. Boom, Queen of Cups. Taking care of your own heart, mental health. I love this freaking card. And then, we have the Emperor here, the lovely Aries energy. calling your own shots and kind of doing things on your own. So I wonder if it's, I don't know, maybe it's the kind of job where it's like once you learn the training, you can kind of do things, you know, autonomously, but just use your own, you know, definitely have your discernment up when it comes to feeling out the other people that are around you or that you're working with before you kind of tell them some information. You said, haha. I don't know what you said. It's a, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, do you know that I wanted to do that when I was young? When I was young. I wanted to do that. Dude, this is going to be cool. I think this is going to be cool for you. The Three of Wands, ships coming in, you're going to be able to see some things, experience. What a freaking adventure, dude. This is going to be awesome. This is, I'm stoked for you. I'm stoked for you. What else? Boom. Solid income. Solid income. I had Venus in the second house in Scorpio. Talk about a boss, honey. Talk about a boss. Venus in Scorpio in the second house. This is making money, using your money and resources wisely and being able to make smart investments that pay off in the future. So I feel like this is a very solid career path for you. This is going to be a very stable paycheck. And what I do know about, I don't know if things have probably changed since I looked into it when I was a young pup. But so back in the day, I ended up not doing it because I don't really like people. I'm just kidding. I don't like being close to people. I like my cats, and that's why I love doing my virtual readings and my phone readings. I also have OCD, and anyways, it's a whole germ situation. This isn't about me. But I feel like, so when you first start, you work up your seniority and you can get like better flights and better routes and a better like schedule. So I think this is, I hope I'm on a frickin' flight with you. And this is going to be a hell of an adventure, and I want you to really enjoy this and you're going to see some really beautiful things in this world. This Three of Wands, it's going to take you places you didn't think possible, but it's going to be really beautiful to have a steady, consistent paycheck. And this is a career path where there will be days where you're really tired, but I really feel like you're going to end up loving it, and this is something you can grow with. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thanks for telling me what it was. This actually gives me a little bit more context here. But yeah, so definitely I can see why. The other thing I'll say about the devil energy is make sure that you're cleansing yourself on a regular basis with like salt baths or however you choose to do that, because when you're around that many different people on a regular basis, absorbing, because you're a sensitive soul, I feel like absorbing all that energy, I feel like absorbing all that energy can drain you from time to time, so just be careful with that. The devil actually doesn't scare me very much in the tarot, unless because you didn't really have any other creepy cards over there. Yeah, perfect. So just making sure you're putting up your own protection, because you're going to be around a lot of people all the time. I couldn't handle that, which is why I didn't end up going through with it. But I think this is going to be a really beautiful adventure for you. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. All right, up next we have the lovely Eva. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Ooh, Eva. You guys are just having a good old time tonight. This is fun. This is fun. All right. Give me a second. I've been on for an hour. Can I take a quick break and grab some more water, guys? BRB. I want to grab my regular water because when I talk, anyways, for too long with my sparkling water, I get a little hoarse. I'll be right back. We got Eva and Kendra, I think. Oh my god, I love this candle. I wish I could drink this candle, you guys. This is fresh watermelon from Bath and Body Works. And I was telling the lady, I'm like, why do they not have this in body care? I really like the Tree Hut watermelon. And they have that in like the body care. Anyway, if you're Bath and Body Works girlies like me, and I don't love the body care, but if I get a good scent, So I told her, I was like, I wish they had this in the body lotion. And she goes, just wait. Just be patient. Y'all, it is Halloween year round over here. Okay, thanks for letting me take a little break here. Aww. All right, let me give you guys, this is fun. Eva and Kendra. All right. Eva wants a future spouse love reading. And I grabbed this really beautiful girly deck for you, so this is fun. Let me grab, all right. Spirit, show me all right, Eva. Let me go into meditation and see what I pick up for you here. Future spouse, future love reading for Eva. He is tall. Tall drink of water. Light skin, dark hair. And he keeps his hair short. He may have even been a, you know what I'm picking up on? Do you remember, I don't know if you guys ever watched One Tree Hill, but I'm picking up like a Nathan Scott, like tall, light skin, dark hair, and I almost feel like he was like a basketball player is kind of what energy I'm getting in. You said, I'm short, I love tall men. Yes, that's what I'm picking up. He, I don't know why I'm picking up strongly on basketball, but I'm just gonna, he either, was it high school or maybe a coach or something? Let me see what else here. So like, yeah, he's got the Nikes, he's got all that, you know, he's got the basketball style is what I'm trying to say here too. I feel like financially, he's very well off as well. Like he may have bought a home when he was young. He wants to have kids. I don't know if you do, but there's that. 7 of Wands, Judgment, Star, 6 of Cups. We have 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. There's the home card. And 10 of Cups, beautiful energy. And we have the Fool. Let me see if... I have 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Timing on this, I'm feeling like, and again, I know, Eva, stay with me here. I feel like this is someone you can meet in the next 3 years. Because I was thinking 3, and then I have 3 of Swords. I think that both of you guys are going to date other people and go through other experiences, and then you will somehow be brought together. I wonder if you guys are going to meet through mutual friends or at an event. We have 7 of Wands, Judgment, and the Star. I almost feel like it isn't possible for you guys to miss each other, because it's almost like your paths cross, or they keep crossing. And I feel like you guys have a past life connection where there's this like soul recognition realignment that happens. 2 of Pentacles, and you may start slow. Dark hair, light skin. Yeah, I love Nathan. Oh my gosh, yeah. And so I feel like this would start out really slow, where, not really slow, but it's like you guys are both kind of, I think both of you guys are kind of coming into this after, you know, your own separate heartbreaks, and being very cautious and careful. And the 2 of Pentacles kind of going back and forth, not playing games, but going back and forth and weighing like, okay, does this work? Does this feel right? Okay, do I want to proceed? And even if you guys don't have a ton in common, there is a very deep soul connection where it's like you guys can just sit there in silence and watch a movie, or you can sit there and just being in each other's presence feels extremely comforting. Look at this, 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And I think once you guys reveal to each other, like it's gonna start off slow, and once both of you guys realize like this is it, it's almost like one night you guys are like looking at each other and you're like, you're it, like let's do this, let's get married. The Fool. This could even look like, you know, I don't know what your thoughts or dreams are for a wedding, but this could even be like, hey, we're gonna go elope somewhere and do things our own way, or you know, whatever. But it's almost like I feel like the proposal isn't a grand gesture. And it's not that it isn't like a thoughtful thing. It's just like, it's a very much in the moment, like, I want to do this, I want to be with you, and like this is it. Wow. I never know what you guys are gonna ask. Interesting. I have been, this Scorpio full moon, I've been really I've been able to channel a lot lately. You guys hold the key. Yeah. You hold the key to each other, and you guys help each other feel secure and anchored, where I feel like there were, in past relationships, there was either like insecure partners, or there was someone who was like runner chaser, blah blah blah, and it's like, no, you guys feel very, that's why they kind of look at you and they're like, yeah, like you're it, we're each other's people and we're doing this. The Whip is, there could be some things that he's working through emotionally from childhood, and I don't see anything like super deep or horribly crazy, but I feel like there's some things that oftentimes through relationships we work things out, right? Things that you can't work out in a relationship with yourself, if that makes any sense. So I think that he's hard on himself, and I think he beats himself up a little bit, and I feel like you'll be, or maybe you are the same way too. And I feel like maybe both of you guys are ones to like beat yourself up, and I feel like you guys are very anchoring and very comforting to each other. It was a loud exhale. Spirit, what else do we have for Eva? Worth waiting for. Keep an open mind. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And that's over that Fool energy. And yeah, it's almost like things are kind of slow and steady to begin with. And then you're like, you make a decision. You guys are like, we're all in. We're doing this. I'm all in. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectation. But it sounds like he kind of is your type. So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Let's see what else we have. Any other information? I didn't get a sign. Let's see what the Astro Dice say. Spirit, show me Astro Dice. What's his sun sign? Show me, Spirit. He could be a Cancer. Mars and Cancer in the 7th house. This is someone who could be, they could look like they are a big bad wolf or like they are a badass, but in deep down, this person is kind of like a big teddy bear. Mars and Cancer in the 7th house. This is someone who values relationships, especially when they know they're the right thing. It's the right relationship. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Could have a very strong Cancer placement. I will leave that with you. Eva, thank you so much. All right, Kendra, girly pop. I'm here. Let's do it. Thank you, Eva. All right. All right, Kendra, let's do this. I want to go deeper into my career, so maybe we can divide it up in OA. One part to talk about the first flight attendant position, and one part exploring my content creation. Love, love, love. I'm going to use Crystal Visions, actually. All right, we're going to do, so I'll do the first row and then the second row with the first question. So I got you. All right. Spirit, tell me more about Kendra's flight attendant position. Tell me more about Kendra's flight attendant position. Wheel of Fortune, huge change for you. 2 of Wands. I feel like you've spent time, wow. I think you are really going to feel happy about this. I feel like people are really going to like you. I feel like I think that you're going to be comforting to people, and I think that people are going to be like, you know, because you know what it's like when you're on a plane and you have like a good flight attendant versus like a crappy one. I feel like you're going to put people at ease. I think that you are going to make people happy because it's easy. I also feel like you're going to get a lot of attention. You may even meet somebody with the star energy, Wow. Miss Little Beauty Queen over here, flight attendant on your runway. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think this is something that you are going to be happy with long term. If this is, especially if this is something you've kind of been planning for a while and you're like, I'm doing this, I'm all in. So I love this. Let me see what else I have here. I'm going to reshuffle for the content creation. She is a beauty queen. Look at this star. And yeah, so I think overall very happy. Huge change for you. And it's going to be nice to have that, like, you're going to have a set routine. You're going to have consistent money coming in, feeling really strong. What are the cards? Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Star. So I'm going to start with the Oracle, and then we'll get into the second question. Overall, very happy energy here. Spirit, what else for Kendra? Open to infinite possibility. Life is a mystery. I think that this is different than where you thought your life was going to take you, but I feel like this is bang on the right thing for you. Trust in the magic. Life is a mystery. If you've been feeling called to do this, I feel like this is going to be a beautiful adventure for you, because I know that you have a passion for acting, but you can always continue doing that, right? It's so different, but in a way it works. Yeah. But you don't have to give up your love for acting either. I feel like I know if you have to go to an audition or something like that, it's different, but you have something in the meantime. You've been taking a break from that, yeah. One of my friends is an actor, and so I've kind of been learning a little bit more about that world, because I don't really know a whole lot about that world. Spirit, show me more about the content creation. Content creation. Four of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. So it could take you a little bit of time to gather like the content that you want or post it in the way that you want. The Four of Pentacles is, I don't know if you're hesitating to share more content, or if you're afraid to show certain parts of yourself. There is one, I don't know if it's YouTube or it's on some platform where this girl works for, I don't know what airline you're going to be with, but she's with, it's in the UAE. You said, I want to do more, but I get hesitant. Yeah. So once you're feeling comfortable, I feel like if you just put your heart out there and your truth out there, I think people are going to enjoy your content, but it's going to take you longer than maybe I don't know. The Seven of Pentacles, it's like you may have to try a few different things, or it may take you longer to get your footing, but once you get in your groove, I have Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. It's like you speak your truth, things are coming together, and then you get into your niche and you get into your vibe and you're able to create the content that you want to create. But it's kind of like trial and error until you get there. I have seen some flight attendant content out there, which is kind of cool. I can't remember. She's somewhere in the US. It's that really fancy airline where they have to wear like the sky. Yes. Emeritus, yeah. I think Emeritus? I don't know how to say it properly. But anyway, I think did I fly them when I went to, I may have had them at one anyways on my way to Spain. But anyway, or somewhere. I don't know. But, or no, that was Dutch. Anyways, it wasn't them, but they had fancy uniforms, and I was like, oh my God. I don't know what FA means. I don't know what FA is. But anyway, sorry, let me keep going here. Yeah, 7 of Wands and 5 of Wands. So this could be you, like, you know, sitting in whatever city that you're in, talking about your trip and like life in general. But you could also just like vlog where you are with what you're doing and just being real and talking about your journey and your ups and downs. You don't have to be anything really but yourself, and I think that's what the Ace of Swords is trying to encourage you about. Spirit, what else do we have for Kendra? Oh, I see. Okay. Trust. Faith in the power of the universe. You were brought to this for a reason. Mystery. You have that twice. Secrets and hidden meanings. I think there's going to be some really beautiful synchronicities that happen on this journey. You could even meet some people through making your content as well. Energy, intensity, passion, and power. You may find a real passion in this. And connecting with people and helping people, I think this is something you might really enjoy. Being myself is important, but I get caught up in it. Yeah. Well, and that's, you know, that's common now. I mean, before, you know, because social media has, you know, people have become brands, and it wasn't always that way. But I guess that's why I'm not an influencer. Because I don't know how to do that. I think I'm too raw. For that. But let's see what the Astro Dice say. Eva is up next. Eva, go ahead and post. Oops. We have South Node, 2nd house, and Sag. Beautiful. Okay. Now, my friend, I want to talk about this job, okay? And I want to explain this. I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is just my belief system. I believe that we live many lifetimes. I believe that you have lived many lifetimes, okay? And I feel that one of your missions in this life is to clean up karma from other lifetimes. That's what many of us are here trying to do. Through your travels and through the people that you meet, there are going to be some interesting karmic cleanup moments. Sag is about travel. South Node is about past life. And again, the 2nd house being activated, where this is going to be a very solid career path for you. I think there is ability to make money through content creation, as well as obviously the flight attendant job. So looking really solid here for you. All right. Eva, are you still here? I think I got Eva, and then let me see where I'm at. I feel like this is like an old school live. So I have to suffer? No. Sorry. When I talk about karma, I'm not talking about these new age Gen Zers, what they say about karma, the karmic and how it's horrible. No. When during past lives, we have karmic ties to people. And these are not all bad. Some of them are good. It's kind of hard to explain, but you will be meeting people. I mean, life is suffering if you think of the Buddha. So there may be people that you butt heads with, that you have past life contracts with, that you are working out in this lifetime. That's just the way life is. You can't wake up and go through the rest of life with no problems and no issues with people. That's not realistic. But that's what I mean by karmic cleanup. Whether it's someone on the plane that's a jerk, or like a coworker or someone that you work a shift with and you're like, wow, that person's weird. And then there are also very positive soul ties that you have with like friends from past lives that you reunite with in this life. So it's a little bit of everything. Okay. Let's see. We got, yes, that's what I mean. Exactly, but what, so I'm sorry, and the reason that it jogged my memory is when you have that Sagittarius and you're someone who travels a lot, or you're someone who moves a lot, you are almost on an accelerated timeline, because you're being exposed to more people than you would if you stayed in the same place forever. So even though you may be moving back to your roots or moving back home, you're going to be traveling all over the place, seeing new people every single day. So you're going to be exposed. Okay. Eva, let me know if you are here. Or did Eva have another one, or was it you? I can't even remember now. Did Eva send one, or was that it? Hold on, let me scroll back. Give me a second. I think it was me. Okay. I think I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Oh, okay. I think she was done after that one. Okay, go ahead and post. No worries. Go ahead and post. I feel like we're having a private session. Ooh, okay. I know. I'm debating what deck I want to use, because I like to use that. I can use this one. I'll use this one. Well, no, and I think I'm going to start doing like different times like I used to do back in the day. I just really needed to get settled in my new home, but I'm getting close to the finish line. I still have to do one bathroom, and I have some work on my kitchen, but I'm just happy to be here, you know? Settled, the cats are happy. Life is good. All right, Spirit, show me. All right, Kendra wants a love reading, Spirit. All right, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon. I don't want to run out of steam here. Okay, I want to see what I'm seeing for you. Why am I feeling pulled on my left side? Hold on, that's not what this is about, Spirit. Give me a second. is weird. I am also seeing a very tall person for you. I am seeing a tall black male. Short hair, clean cut, tall, tall, tall. He's kind of skinty, I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of skinty, but this guy is a absolute jokester. Like, I just want to start hysterically laughing. This guy is super funny. And I wonder, I'm being pulled on my left side, which is like related to the mother side. So I wonder if someone through like your mom's family or like a friend of a friend, or there's a tie to someone there, not necessarily that they'll introduce you. I want to read more in the cards, but this is someone who I just see you guys like locking eyes, looking at each other and just like cracking up. Because I feel like his energy, he's so funny, it's like he's like infectious with it. And I feel like he has a really good relationship with his mother. He has a really good relationship with his family. He is very lovable. He is very well liked. Oh, wow. Interesting. He is a jokester. Like, he's a jokester. And I feel like this guy could eat and eat and eat and eat, and he is not going to gain weight. And he is on the skinty side. But that's not a bad thing. Four of Wands. Again for you. Knight of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign. Could be a Virgo. I would not be surprised if this guy was into like stand-up comedy, or like he just feels like a freaking comedian over here. 10 of Pentacles. Hey, Amber girl. 5 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. I think he does well for himself. He is also going through a transition. He is going through a transformation. I feel it's possible that he could have had a single mom, but he has a very, very close relationship with his mother. This Queen of Cups is like, I raised him right, and he knows how to be a gentleman. But he's going through transition. Not only is he extremely, I know I have 2 different people here, but I'm just going to read on his energy because that's what's coming through. There could be more than one person that you meet, but I also feel like this guy is extremely intelligent. They often say that, people who are really funny have often been through like hardship. You know what I mean? You don't want a childish man. He's like me, I eat all the time and I don't gain weight. That is funny. Yeah, no, I feel like I feel like there's some similarities here. No, I don't see him being childish. I feel like he is very intelligent, actually. And his jokes are intelligent. I don't see him being like, below the belt type of, stupid humor here. We have 2 of Wands. He has goals. He has dreams. He's working towards stuff. 4 of Swords. He's in a transition phase in his life. When you meet him, he could be like changing jobs. I definitely feel like both of you will be very single when you meet. It's probably more than one. Yeah. So Emperor, sorry. I am picking up on Virgo energy, and I also feel like there could be an Aquarius or a Gemini that you meet, and I'm talking like So the air signs that I'm picking up on are like guys that you could meet on the plane that like slip you their number type of thing. I feel like that is very possible that that could happen. People try to shoot their shot with you. But I'm feeling like this person that you connect with, I feel like this guy is going to open up a more lighthearted side of you, where especially if you were, you know, kind of coming out of something that was a little bit heavy, like laughing with this guy, I feel like is going to be healing for you, honestly. Let me grab from the Lenormand. I want to see what I'm feeling on timing with this. I'll pull more to clarify. The funny thing is he's not very emotional. Like, he's not very much like sharing his emotion. He can have conversations, and he's smart, and he's real, and he can get things done, and he's manly enough, and he's got the brawn, but he's not going to sit there and cry to you about something. He's going to make a joke about stuff. And that's kind of a good quality to have. There's many layers to this guy. I think he's very well read, very well educated. He could have like a Leo moon, someone who's very fiercely loyal. Yeah, and I feel like we have the crossroads here. It's both of you guys meet when you're in kind of like a, you know, transitioning phases of your life. I'm going to ask about timing. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, like this is someone who's very fiercely loyal here with this heart energy. We have finances and career. Yeah, both of you guys could be going through transition with finances and career. We have trust. I also have unrequited love. Now, I don't feel like that's for you guys. I feel like this is for, I feel like he had his heart broken because we have 10 of Swords and Death here. And I think this is coming from, you know, being at that crossroads. I feel like someone really hurt him. Someone kind of broke his heart, but he's not going to sit there and sulk about it. He probably wouldn't even really let people see that he was hurting. He's just trying to move on with his life and deal with it. And it comes out in his... it comes out in his joking demeanor. Now, I think that this could be a serious relationship for you. With this trust energy, I feel like because you will be traveling, there will be periods of time where you guys spend away from each other, or you have to like call, text, FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. So there will be like a level of trust there, but nothing crazy. I think the trust will be there. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Spirit, show me timing. I feel like you could meet this person this year. Now, I'm not saying you're going to marry this guy, but I feel like in the next 4 months or even sooner. 6 of Swords talks about travel. This is the Arcanum Tarot, I believe. But yeah, 6 of Swords is a travel card, so I feel like once you kind of, you know, start your bearings for your new job, I don't know how soon you're going to be getting into that. But I think there's going to be more people that you meet. But I think this guy is going to hold a special place. Lovers. Hanged Man. Yeah. That's, oh, we got Astro Dice. Hold on. Hey, Jessica. How are you? Jess, how you feeling? I know that last reading, man. How you doing over there? All right, Kendra, let's see what else we got. It's like old times over here. We got Neptune in the 11th house with Virgo. It's possible that you could meet through a friend. So maybe it could be your mom's hairdresser friend or whoever that was. There could be something there. And I was pulled to the mother's side, and that usually only happens during a mediumship reading because I'm like, what the hell? This isn't like a dead person. So that was weird. But yeah, I feel like this is someone who might know your mom or have ties to your mother's family that you may even realize later on. But I would, if they are trying to hook you up with someone's son and they think he's a nice guy, I mean, I would give it a shot. Let him buy you a drink, buy you a meal, enjoy your night. Spot on. He was saying our baby needs a little. Jet. He wants more babies. Yeah, Kendra, go get that meal. Go let that man take you out for a meal and dessert, and then you guys won't gain any weight after you eat it. Oh my God. Jessica, you'll be proud of me. I'm trying to get back into being active again after I was basically working out, trying to renovate my new place, but oh my gosh. I want pasta and lobster. Girl, get it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean anytime soon. I don't know. Yeah, let him take you out for a meal. But anywho, I am wrapping it up. So I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. So let me know. I just came from a run. Got me a Pilates reformer. Oh, wow. Otherwise, if you, I may need to explore that more. My friend said, I would love to try Pilates on a reformer. I feel like it would be hard, but I feel like I would love to try that. I would probably be struggling the whole time, but I think that would be cool to try. One of my friends is into Pilates, and there's a ton of studios in my city where I live. So I probably could go check it out. I need to get my strength back up. I was eating junk food and renovating this home. That's been my world. Amber, Augie, hi babies. My babies are calling to me. They want me to stop working. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna savor my fresh watermelon candle. Oh my God, I could literally eat this thing. Kendra, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. It was a good time. We'll see you later. Jessica. I'm wrapping it up, girl. But let me know if there's anything I can do for you, Jess. Bye, Jess. Bye, Kendra. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.